U.S. House Oversight Committee heard from at least one, if not all three witnesses this morning after a whistleblower filed a complaint claiming that the United States has been concealing evidence of non-human aircraft. David Grush is an Air Force veteran and a former member of the National Geospatial Intelligence Agency. He brought these claims in a complaint to Congress and detailed those accusations. His statement this morning included this. So tell me when you're freaked out sufficiently, because this is a guy who's pretty damn credible. And the Inspector General of the intelligence community reviewed them and determined these were urgent and credible. One, the U.S. has a secret UFO crash retrieval program. Uh-oh. So wait, these things are real.
That one, okay, so they have a retrieval for when stuff falls out of the sky. That's not like crazy.
But we're specifically discussing unidentified. And I mean, did we not identify the weather balloons that China was allegedly sending across the ocean as being Chinese?
I'm just saying when there's because there's a lot of like unidentified flying objects. Not a lot, but enough to where like we have a term for it. and so it's like, yeah, they have a someone's like, hey, go get it.
Okay.
So like that is like normal government stuff, I feel like.
Okay, fine, Sean, fine. I'm going to continue to read all the bullet points from this. The U.S. has had a massive debunking and misinformation campaign on this subject for decades. They have harmed, harassed, and killed people to keep them from coming forward with information or proof of this phenomenon. The creators of these craft, he calls non-human intelligence. So not aliens, not extraterrestrial beings. He suggests...
Just not non-human. So they could be dolphins.
I think that's a pretty big deal.
Yeah. No, I just think the term non-human is just very, like, okay, so dogs? Cats? Aliens?
Stop. They've got unidentified flying objects.
No, I think that it's funny that they don't just say aliens. It's like non-human.
Fair enough. He suggests a theory that the NHI could not be from distant planets or outer space, but could be from physical spatial dimensions located right here. When recovering these crashed crafts, they found dead NHI pilots. So that's why I feel like, okay, maybe we could just call them aliens. Are we too scared to call them aliens?
Actually, that is an offensive term.
Right. Well, it could be. That's for sure.
You cannot do this impression of aliens.
Okay. You're making them robo-aliens.
Only we can do that.
Look, Sean's laughing right now. You should be crapping your pants. And I'm not trying to create panic. I'm reading this, and that's what I'm doing. I'm doing that.
You should be crapping your pants. I'm not trying to create panic.
Yes.
Oh my God. I'm not trying to create any panic. Everyone remain calm.
No,
We're bleeped.
I'm talking about how I feel right now. It's just how I feel. Feelings matter more than facts. The U.S. obtained a craft from Italy that Mussolini had recovered. When Italy surrendered to Allied forces, the Vatican told the U.S. about the craft and they took possession of it. Some of these craft have been over nuclear missile sites in the U.S., Russia, and China. They have armed and disarmed these weapons at will, to the point where all three of these countries are communicating with each other in case that happens, to make sure that it doesn't turn into, the end of the world.
Go see Oppenheimer this weekend for more. For more on the end of the world. Go see Oppenheimer.
Thanks, Sean. I appreciate that.
You're
downplaying this too much.
I'm not downplaying this. It's a thing. It's so existential where it's like, yeah, these aliens can just fire, or non-human entities can fire off nukes whenever they want. It's like, okay, cool. I still have to pay taxes.
Yeah. Well, now do I not have to? Can I just say, like, oh, well, I'm appealing paying taxes.
I'm appealing.
Appealing this.
Like you're on death row. Like
Yeah, we're gonna appeal taxes because, like, what's the point? What's the point if these things exist, allegedly? But again, I mean, the inspector general of the intelligence community believes that these claims are urgent and credible. Some of these NHI are malevolent. Humans have been harmed and killed by them, and they have also been hurt and possibly killed studying these craft. And plus, there's lots of videos. Sean's laughing. I'm not a crackpot.
No.
This is not my theory. I'm not effing Randy Quaid in Independence Day.
This entire time I've been thinking about the movie Independence Day
because I was been brought up for experiments.
I was thinking about the scientist that gets release me.
Oh, yo,
welcome to Earth.
Peace. No peace. I don't really know what else to say other than I'm concerned.
No, it is a situation where the threat is so above not just my pay grade, above like humanity's pay grade, where it's just like, I don't know. If they're malevolent, hopefully they just keep picking off a scientist here and a scientist there, not all of us.
You're too casual about this, and naturally the Twitches say, well, Paul just wants a probing. Oh, okay, guys. Come on, this is bad, right?
Since when is probing malevolent?
It's a Paul Gallant show. Stick around. For all I know, right now, as I do this show, non-human intelligence could transport through a interdimensional portal and just, as a lot of Twitchers are suggesting, probe me, which I would happily acquiesce to. And I'm not thinking about the probing, guys. I'm just thinking, like, does any of this matter? Huh? Do sports matter anymore?
How many reps with the ones did CJ Stroud get? It doesn't matter.
It doesn't
There's
matter.
Malevolent aliens out there.
There's malevolent aliens. Texans training camp, like, yeah, 6'10" wants to distract you. They want to distract you. So does the Astros flagship. They want to distract you from the real things that matter. Okay? We are here to talk about, well, we don't actually have the evidence in front of us, and we're just reading from a transcript of the testimonies this morning. But if you're just tuning in, this morning, David Grush, a former intelligence officer in the U.S. Air Force, David Fravor, a retired U.S. Navy commander, and Ryan Graves, a former Navy pilot, were under oath testifying to Congress this morning, and the Inspector General of the intelligence community believes that these claims that they are making about non-human intelligence are real. So it's like, yeah, Martin Maldonado, he had a home run last night. And he's the catcher of the present because he does magical things. But who cares? NHI.
Is there a catcher of the future?
No, there's no future, Sean. You're right. Thank you. A great point. Will Jose Altuve or Yordan Alvarez ever play again? We don't know because the aliens might just kill us all. Listen. If you watch the movie Independence Day.
I did.
Okay. So New York, L.A., D.C., they're off the grid first.
By the aliens.
Right. They get killed by the aliens. Who died next? Do you remember?
I know because it was the U.S. government sent a nuke to try to kill one of the alien ships hovering above Houston, Texas.
Yes.
And guess what? The nuke just went off on Houston, Texas, and did not affect the aliens whatsoever.
Not at all. It was a bad job by the government.
Yes.
But that's the fictional movie. Look. We're what? Like the third biggest city in the United States, fourth biggest city in the United States. They're coming here pretty quick, okay? If they exist. Paul Gallant is throwing mass hysteria into the streets. Like all of a sudden there's cars like crashing into the side of the road. What? We're under attack? Oh, no. Listen, I'm just bringing up
Imagine
what's
if you had
going
a
on
bigger
in my
platform.
head. I know, right? Imagine if people actually listen to the radio still. No, I'm just kidding on that front. There's a lot of people listening.
If you can hear us, you're listening to the radio right now.
That's
Thanks.
true. That's true. And like, we're providing a public service, just telling you.
A public service? That's what you're calling this, a public service?
713 text. This sort of reaction is exactly why the truth is hidden from us.
I do agree with that. I do agree with that. Why aren't people making a big deal out of this? Because of this. Because of this situation right now.